The American travel writer Paul Theroux writes, "If a train is large and comfortable, you don't even need a destination." And we feel like he was right about that all along. Train rides are probably the best among any other way of traveling. And imagine if the train you're riding is luxurious enough to make you feel like you're at a 5-star hotel. In an era where even time is considered a luxury, we're here with the glamour indulged in the on-ground, slow-moving transport, taking you through the picture postcard scenery of Europe. We're here to talk about the luxury train rides in Europe. But before we begin, make sure you've hit those like and subscribe buttons. Now, without any further ado, here we go. Belmond Royal Scotsman. Built on the famous Edwardian theme, the Belmond Royal Scotsman first started its journey through Europe back in 1985. But no, don't be so worried that you'll have to ride those same old buggies. That's not the case. The carriages were soon replaced with restored Pullman cars. And today, the train has some of the most luxurious carriages in the entire world. This luxury Burgundy train travels through a path which will make you feel like you're in the middle of a fairy tale. Blowing whistle across the storybook castles, glens, and striking walks. Not just that, this train adds a lot to the tradition of the kilt-clad as well as the history of the bagpipers, as you'll find a whole clan of them greeting you when boarding the train. The most luxurious part about this is that it'll take you to the past and let you enjoy the nostalgic vibes of Europe. The lacquer-polished wooden panels, tartan woolen blankets, and warm fabrics. Everything in this train will give you the perfect Edwardian country house vibe. Oh, and how can we forget about the ensuite baths that offer the best steamy showers ever? While you're aboard, make sure you also visit the observation car and sink in one of the cushy sofas, or go onto the veranda and enjoy some open-air travel. The train also features a spa rail car for anyone who wishes to get a massage, manicure, pedicure, or mid-journey facial. The Transcantábrico Gran Lujo. For several years, a coal train traveled from León to Bilbao in northern Spain. But in 1980, things changed when Juan Pedro Aparicio wrote about the way the men rode this train. This was the moment when a whole movement started, and its purpose was to save the rail line. And today, the byproduct of that movement stands as the famous El Transcantábrico Gran Lujo. As one of the most luxurious trains in the world, Gran Lujo offers 5-star service and luxury accommodations to the people riding it. Chugging along Spain's Atlantic coast, this blue and white train gives the vibes of a breathtaking 5-star hotel. 4 carriages of this train are the original 1923 Pullman coaches, which will take you all the way back to the century-old world. The vintage yet modern rooms are something to die for, and the lush landscapes and coastal path make the journey even better. If you're to ride this train, we suggest you go for the 7-night trek between the Basque city of San Sebastián and the World Heritage town Santiago de Compostela. This route will take you all along the beautiful Bay of Biscay, Bilbao, and Cantabrian mountain ranges. On this route, you'll enjoy breakfast on board. So yes, this is one luxurious train ride for everyone who wishes to dive into the past. The Presidential Train. This one's the crown jewel of Portugal, which was established back in 1890. This train hosted kings, queens, presidents, and several other important personalities during that time. But in the 1970s, the service retired. And now, the train is at Portugal's National Railway and is one of the prized exhibits. And you'll be surprised to know that this train is brought to the track only in September and October every year. And that's when it's transformed into a gourmet restaurant on rails with the most acclaimed Michelin-starred chefs. The interior of this train is all about vintage vibes, and you'll feel the 1890 nostalgia everywhere. With a maximum of 50 passengers on board, this train travels along the Douro River to Quinta and Vesuvio. And each curve this train takes will show you a totally new side of the world, revealing vistas of vine-covered slopes. Before you enter the dining car, you'll be taken to your own elegant private cabin to relax and unwind. At the time for food, the passengers are served a 5-course lunch followed by tea and scones. For most people, it's the 9-hour gourmet day that works the best, and we also suggest the same if you don't have too many days to spend. But if you do, then the 3-day option is the best. This will allow you to explore Porto and the Douro Valley in the best possible way. Bergen Railway. Bergen Railway is for the people who believe that fjords and heights are the true reality. Crossing through the Hardangervidda National Park, this one's actually Europe's highest mainline railway line, and the experience is something no one would ever want to miss out on. This 371-kilometer route starts in Oslo. From there, it begins its journey through the green lowlands and indigo-colored lakes. And then once again, it climbs up the glass-like fjords, snow-capped mountains, and forested rivers. The train itself might not be as luxurious as others, but it features almost everything you need, from great food to a comfortable and cozy space to enjoy the view. Its true beauty is, in fact, the nature around its route all the way to its destination. From Oslo to Bergen, the train will burrow through 180 tunnels and will also stop at 22 stops. The journey is around 7 hours long, but every minute of it is worth it all. While traveling in normal trains, people can get tired of such a long journey. The spectacular view of this route doesn't let them even think of being bored. Oh, and this is the same rail service where the Locomo twins work. Don't know who they are? Well, these are 2 twin sisters, Gudrun and Haldis, who love their jobs at Bergen Railway, and they'll make sure your journey is also amazing. And trust us, we were not surprised to know that one of these sisters works at this railway despite having a master's degree in music. No doubt the whole thing is just too beautiful to not be there every single day. While almost all the Bergen Railway routes are amazing, we personally love the one from Oslo to Bergen. There are many reasons for us to think that way. Not only is the route stunningly beautiful, but the whole train experience is also one of a kind. So we suggest that if you're in Oslo, make sure you book a train ticket to Bergen as well. Venice Simplon-Orient-Express. We doubt that any other train travel could be better than the Venice Simplon-Orient-Express, unless it's the setting of Agatha Christie's mystery, Murder on the Orient Express. Anyways, this one is the Your Highness of all the trains we've talked about till now. Yes, there are some even better than this, but we don't think a queen ever has competition, now does she? This luxury train arrived on the scene during the early 1920s. And this was the first ever train to redefine the tradition of sleeping cars, elaborate meals, and overall lavish rail journeys. With the white glove service and the grand dame of elegance, everything about this train is royal. Not only is it lavish, but also a perfect romantic getaway. The old world glamour it features is everything one can ever need. On top of that, the beautiful sound of the piano, played by the resident pianist, feels like a little gift to the soul. Our personal favorite will always be the route from Paris to Venice, with a continuation to Istanbul. And we'd always suggest you guys take the same route as well. Golden Eagle Danube Express. Last but not least, we have the famous Golden Eagle Danube Express. These trains were first made available for rides in 1989, just a few years before communism ended. They were everywhere, from the Soviet Union to Eastern Europe, and wonderfully became the starting point for luxury train travel in the region. The Danube Express, to date, remains one of the most luxurious train travels in the world. Its journey begins from the cities that have been explored very little, but are equally as magnificent as any other European city. The train is elegant, powered by steam, and a great example of classic design. For the sleeping carriages, they've furnished them with brass fixtures, wooden paneling, L'Occitane bath amenities, and heated towel racks. Not just that, everyone gets the butler experience as well. Yes, you've got it right. All passengers on board are served by personal butlers, which is genuinely amazing. On top of that, the dining cars are a whole throwback to a bygone era, as the crystal glassware, china, and linen tablecloths speak of a time that's not there anymore, but has left its vibe. but it does set a perfect setting for a luxurious 3-course gourmet Hungarian dinner. If you're to book a ticket for this one, we suggest you take the Grand European Tour. This is a 2-week highlight reel where the passengers travel through some of the most famous cities on the continent. The package includes traveling through Venice, Berlin, Prague, Krakow, Budapest, and Vienna. And that's all for today. What do you think about these luxury train travels in Europe? Would you ever try to enjoy one of these? Do let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing content soon. See you in the next one. Goodbye!